We are Randy Brown, and we will be beating Gabriel Bonfim this weekend on Saturday night in the Apex. But before we get into that, let's get into the rest of the card, starting with these prelims, man. Daniel Marcos, Miles Johns. I'm going with Daniel Marcos. I think he just has a deeper bag. He's younger. He's faster. He can put on a pace. He has good clinch work. Just all the things you need to beat someone like Miles Johns. Miles Johns is old, he's slow, a bit of a decision merchant, and an overhand spammer. I mean, I think even if you were to catch Daniel Marcos with like an overhand, I think Daniel Marcos has enough of a chin to take a couple. He's not going to be able to take a lot. He's not going to be eating those all night, but I think he could take a couple and continue his game plan and do really well. So I'm going to go with Daniel Marcos by decision. Denise Gomez. I'm going to go with Denise Gomez mostly because Tisha Pennington just really, truly isn't that good. She is, she herself is also a decision merchant. She has a lot of close fights with a lot of these girls. She's getting older and older and older. She's not really improving. She's really had the same game plan her entire career, the same fighting style. Meanwhile, Denise Gomez, she is pretty good grappling. She has really, really good striking. She has a lot of power. She fraud checked Yasmin Haregui in like 30 seconds, I believe. Just knocked her the fuck out. She's also coming off another KO win, and I believe it was in the first round a few months ago, earlier this year. So honestly, I'm gonna go with Denise Gomez by finish late third, probably the third round or late second. Josh Hokett, Max Jimenez. I don't know who he is, bro. We haven't unlocked him yet. I'm gonna go with Josh Hokett, mostly because he's a good wrestler. He's got he can put a pace on people as a wrestler. He's very explosive. We saw that in the Contender Series, and I'm gonna rely on him to do that. If he were to get taken down by Jimenez, I'm assuming he'd be able to explosive enough and athletic enough to get back up, and hopefully he can thump really hard and get himself a ground and pound TKO so he can go hard in the paint again on the mic like he did in his Contender Series post-fight speech. That speech, they got him a lot of attention. It got a lot of positive and negative attention. And hopefully he can get himself a good win. Then we can get this guy on like a pay-per-view. Get him somewhere with a crowd. Why are we wasting this guy in the Apex? Next, Jacqueline Cavalcanti, Mayra Bueno Silva. This one's hard. Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Let's just refresh my brain real quick. Win. She's on a 3-fight win streak. That's crazy. Who did I have her confused with? I could have sworn she was somebody else, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Jacqueline Cavalcanti, decision merchant woman. She's got really good grappling. She makes it tricky for a lot of these girls. Mayra Bueno Silva, I don't know what happened to her. She was really, really good. She was getting good finishes. She gets her title shot, completely shits the bed, and now she just hasn't really done anything since. She loses the decision, got completely broken in that fight. I don't know if you remember it. Although her title fight against Raquel Pennington was shit, probably one of the worst title fights ever. And she really didn't do anything, I believe, past like the third round. She completely gave up on herself, but just kept going out there. She then loses. What happens to her then? She then gets her face fucked up by Macy Chasson. They have to stop the fight. Very unfortunate. And then she gets submitted by Jasmine Jasudavicius. I think she's just completely lost a step in her career, and she's just going to get dominated on the ground by Jacqueline Cavalcanti. It'd be nice to see Cavalcanti get a win. I mean, get a submission or a finish, but it doesn't really seem like she's that kind of fighter, unfortunately. Next, Ronnie Barcelos, Ricky Simone. I'm going to go with Ricky Simone, man. Ricky Simone's crafty. He's a crafty vet in the sport. Ronnie Barcelos has put together, a good 3-fight win streak for himself. But I don't know, man. I think people are putting a lot of stock into it mostly because he beats Peyton Tabit. But other than that, I don't really care. I'm not impressed, bro. I'm not impressed. He's not shocking me. Ricky Simone is also not shocking me. But it's Ricky Simone. Ricky Simone has a chin. He's got knockout power. He can counter grapple well. He can always get back up to his feet. And we've seen Ronnie Barcelos get knocked the fuck out before, and I'm considering like a possible finish for Ricky Simone here, like late second, early third, maybe just like a late. No, actually, man, honestly, maybe even the first. I could see Ricky Simone stuffing all of Honey Barcelos' takedowns, really putting a pace on him, and then just getting a freaking clean, just right hand on the chin on him up against the cage in the first round. Dare I say that? I don't even know. I'm gonna go early second round KO. They're gonna feel each other out in the first round. While Ronnie is still fresh, I believe he will probably get a takedown on Ricky Simone, like probably at the end of the first, and they'll ride that position out, unfortunately, and then Ricky Simone will just kill him in the second round and end that win streak, end this old man's hype. It's Ricky Simone, dude. Like, Ricky Simone's really, really good. I've always liked Ricky Simone. I think a lot of people have as well, so it shouldn't be controversial to pick Ricky Simone. Jamal Emmers, Hyder Mill. I'm gonna go with Hyder Mill, dude. Honestly, he lost his win streak, his undefeated record against Jose Delgado earlier in the summer, and I think that was a really, really bad look. But I do think he has a chin. I think he just got caught. Truly, like Jamal Hill. Like, you got caught. You got dominated. I got caught. I think he did just get caught. He did not see that knee up the middle coming in any way, shape, or form. And, Jose Delgado followed up perfectly and quickly, and that's why they stopped the fight. I think he does have a chin other than that. We've seen this guy take some big shots off people. He can put insane volume together, like up against the cage with Gomez. And who was it? Sungwoo Choi. Sungwoo Choi is not very good, but so let's keep that under wraps a little bit. Let's whisper about that win. But Jamal Emmers, dude. Jamal Emmers, we've seen him get fucked up way too many times in the sport. Like, a lot. And he is coming off of a KO earlier in the year and the UFC Mexico card. Or maybe it was in September, actually. Was it Noche? No, it wasn't that recent, was it? Maybe it was. But it's Jamal Emmers. Like, it's just... He was never that good. I don't think he is good enough to be Hyder Mill. I think the hype is going to be back on with a good Hyder Mill KO in the first round against Jamal Emmers. I think this is going to be a crazy, fast-paced fight. These guys are really going to go after each other, and I think Hyder Mill is going to put him away. Next. Man, dude, I can't believe this is opening the main card, bro. Like, this should be up there, like the feature fight or the co-main. Honestly, this fight's fucking awesome. Like, I'm more excited about this fight. This is probably the most excited, like the fight I'm most excited for, which is Christian Leroy Duncan and Marco Tulio. I'm going with Marco Tulio, man. He styles on people beautifully. He fucks people up. He has great power. He has a pretty damn good chin himself, as long as he can stay composed and doesn't get caught like he did against Gore. Gore did catch him a little bit, but I think that was the only moment Gore had. Meanwhile, Tulio dropped him like 3 or 4 times in that fight. Absolutely fucked up Tresean Gore. And I think he could do the same thing to CLD, man. CLD, we've seen him lose a lot. Well, not a lot. He's only lost twice. But we have seen him lose. What I'm trying to say. We've seen him lose, like boring decisions. He can make it boring. He knows when an opponent has something that he doesn't, and he'll make it boring. He'll try and stay at range and piece somebody up. And that's not a good game plan against someone like Tulio. Tulio doesn't give a shit. If you're gonna stand and pick him apart in my range, he's just gonna hunt you down, in my opinion. I think we've seen that from Tulio so far. I mean, also too, man, like Tulio's riding high, dude. He's got Norma Dumont on his side, Norma Dumont. Everything's coming together. It's going well, and I don't think CLD is the guy that's going to fraud check Marco Tulio. I think Marco Tulio is going to go pretty far before he gets fraud checked. And I don't think CLD is going to be the one to do it. I just don't really rate CLD that highly. I mean, his last win was against, Eric Anders? He got a finish against Eric Anders, but it's Eric Anders. What do you expect, bro? So I'm going to go with Marco Tulio on this one. Ismael Bonfim, Chris Padilla. I'm going to go with Chris Padilla. Oh, man. I don't even know. Honestly, should I go with Chris Padilla? 30-29. Let's check it out. I'm going to go with Chris Padilla just because I feel like it. Honestly. This fight, I feel like, is a little too close for me to call. I really I can't think of anything either of these guys do that just really makes them stand out against each other. I think they're both run-of-the-mill lightweights. Like, they're fast, they're durable, they have all the necessary skills to be really good. I feel like this is a pretty even matchup, and I'm just going to go with Chris Padilla because I don't necessarily rate Bonfim that highly anymore. But So I'm going to go with Chris Padilla. Next, Muslim Salikov, Uros Medic. Bro, Muslim Salikov is going to knock out Uros Medic in the first round. This is a pretty straightforward pick right here. Uros Medic is too open on the feet. He gets cracked way too often. He gets dropped way too often. And he's been finished, a couple times now in his career. Muslim Salikov has also been finished in his career, pretty easily by some good opponents like Randy Brown. But Muslim Salikov I think he's just really, really freaking good. I don't know, Unk's still got it, man. He's got the spinning, wheel kick KO on Song Kanan, and then he just freaking one punched Carlos Leal. I mean, Uros Medic. I mean, who was that guy he fought? Urbina. Urbina is not good. He shouldn't be in the UFC. Meanwhile, Muslim Salikov is actually beating guys who are pretty proven and known to be like marauders themselves. And like I just said, I think it's just the simple fact comes down to the fact that Muslim Salikov is slick and he has power and he has really, really good striking and he can find good shots. Meanwhile, Uros Medic has a bad chin. He gets cracked a lot and he gets dropped a lot. I think if he drops him, he's going to follow up beautifully and he's going to knock out Uros Medic. I feel like it's a pretty straightforward pick. It shouldn't be controversial. Next, Matt Chanel, Joseph Morales. Going with Joseph Morales. It's Matt Chanel. Although Matt Chanel did win his last fight, and that was surprising to me, I can't trust Matt Chanel to really win fights. Especially someone like Joseph Morales. Joseph Morales is very good. Only 2 losses in his entire career. Everyone was counting him out in tough, and then he showed up to the finale and submitted that Kazakh guy who was really, really hyped up, who did really well on tough. Man, I'm just gonna have to go with Joseph Morales by finish. I don't even know why this is a co-main match now. Shouldn't even be in the UFC. I think the only reason why he's even back in the UFC, well, he retired, right? So I guess he was still in the UFC's good graces. They're like, yeah, you can come back if you want. I guess that was the point. And then he came back because, the Kansas City card? He's from Kansas City. So he was like, okay, I'll come out of retirement to fight in my hometown. And then now I guess he's like, okay, I'll just stay out of retirement. So, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, Matt Chanel, he's not someone who was ever considered, amazing, and I still don't think he is. He's not back because he got a win in his last fight. I don't think Matt Chanel's back. I think that was just a good night for him. Next, the main event. Randy Brown is going to beat Gabriel Bonfim. If it goes past the first 2 rounds, already I'm heavily favoring Randy Brown because Gabriel Bonfim cannot keep up his pace. We've seen him gas out. And we know that if he gets tired and he's outmatched on the feet, he will just resort to the grappling, which I think he will be doing a lot because I think Randy Brown is a way better striker than Gabriel Bonfim. Honestly, just fuck Gabriel Bonfim. Let's just keep that square. Fuck Gabriel Bonfim. But Randy Brown is, I think, better striker, longer range, more explosive, good counter grappler, able to get back on his feet. I feel like everything you need to be Gabriel Bonfim, Randy Brown has. And like I said, if it gets past the second round, I'm going to favor him even more. Well, the way I see it is that Randy Brown's going to be picking him apart on the feet. He's going to keep him at range with this freaking long, stiff jab that he has because his reach is fucking insane. Or at least it looked insane when he was fighting Nicholas Dalby. And then Gabriel Bonfim is going to do everything in his power to get him down. And he will get him down. And Randy Brown's going to get back up. And he's going to try it again and again in the first 2 rounds. And he's going to gas himself out. And then by the end of the 3rd and 4th round, Gabriel Bonfim is going to look completely spent. And Randy Brown is going to push that pace on him and destroy Gabriel Bonfim. Randy Brown's going to push that pace on him and destroy Gabriel Bonfim. I think he's going to knock him out. TKO him in the 4th round for Randy Brown. That's what I think. And, finally, bro's going to break into the rankings. We've been praying for times like this type shit. I really like Randy Brown, and I hope he gets the win. So, let me know what you guys think, man, in Randy Brown.